Welcome to this little handstand conditioning follow along video that you can do with me over the last weeks or maybe more months. First of all, I had a wrist injury in summer. After that, I did some conditioning again for handstands, but lately I haven't done it enough because I've been training so many other things. And when I do my handstands, I can really feel that I didn't do it. I feel like a cooked spaghetti in my handstands, just wobbly. My tension is not there. That's why I will focus more on doing this conditioning stuff again. And yeah, I put up a vote on Instagram and you guys said you'd like to follow along with me. Before you start this video, make sure that you warm up. It doesn't have to be much, like 5 minutes or even 3 minutes, just doing like some good old jumping jacks or some squat jumps, just to get your circulation going. And now I'm going to lead you through a little bit of a flexibility warm-up, core drills, handstand drills. It's gonna be intense and I try to make it as short as possible. On a side note, I know the lighting situation in here is not the best. The room isn't the prettiest. The video quality is really shitty, but I'm just waiting for the newest iPhone because usually I don't really buy the newest phone ever, but I'm still filming this stuff on an old iPhone 6 and I've run out of memory and the quality is so bad I can't wait to make nicer videos for you guys. Okay, let's start. Stand a little bit more than hip width apart and then you drop your chin to your chest and you do circles with your neck, slow and nice, staying in a range that you feel comfortable with. And now you're going to change directions. You can also close your eyes if you want to. Okay, so put one hand on the side of your neck and you don't yank with your hand. If you want the stretch to intensify, pull the shoulder down a little bit. Keep on breathing through your nose. And then change sides. Doesn't have to be super intense, just waking up our cervical spine here. Okay, then bring your hands on chest height and then you swing with your upper body, trying to stay with the hips as much as you can forward, so you really get the twist in the spine. And then let your hips swing and follow along a little bit to make the movement bigger. Okay, so now something for coordination. Start with your hands in front of you and then you act as if you want to clap them against each other, but you're going to clap and make a circle. And if you can do it without the clap, you keep on doing these circles in opposite directions with your arms. Make them big and faster. And then to change, clap in the other direction. If you can do it without the clapping, you do it without the clapping. Okay, shake out your arms. Going to do circles with your hips, big circles. Sorry about the squeaky floor, also not ideal for YouTube videos, but we'll deal with it. Then change the direction. Okay, then you stand still about hip width apart, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, and come back up. It doesn't have to be super slow, but it also shouldn't be extremely fast. So you can really feel the movement in your spine. We do 2 more. Okay, this is the last one. And then we're going to keep our legs completely straight. So you engage your quads in front of your thigh, bring your hands to your hips, and then you're going to help with your hands getting that anterior pelvic tilt. And from here you're going to fold with a flat back. And you're going to fold down as much as you can with a flat back. And then you're going to come up again and fold down. If this is easy, you can bring your hands next to your ears to sort of make the lever a bit more challenging. So keep going up and down with completely straight legs and a flat back. And if this is still very easy, use straight arms in front of you. This makes it immediately harder and it will load up the back of your legs nicely. 2 more. Okay, and just like we did now, bring your hands again to your hips. From here you fold forward, flat back, anterior pelvic tilt. And then you go to your max. At your max, you can bring your hands to your belly. And maybe you tried this or saw this before. You can either let your belly hang out really a lot, or you can suck it up. So try to suck it up and inhale, lift your ribs out of your hips, I guess. And exhale, fold down. And try to repeat this. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold down all the time. And then you round the rest of your back, let your neck hang down. And sway from side to side, keeping your legs straight, quads engaged. We're just warming up our forward fold because it's helpful in handstands to have that warmed up. Okay. You can also rock back and forth. And then next, you're going to need a stick. It can also be a broomstick and an elevated surface. I'm going to use this chair. And I'm going to take this little pillow for my elbows because it's nice. And then you bring your hands bottom up, palms facing you, a little bit further than shoulder width apart. And your elbows are going to go a little bit closer than shoulder width apart onto the elevated surface. And then you're going to slowly lower down. You can also do this standing and then walk your feet back instead of your knees. And then you're going to stretch down into your shoulders. And then one key point to note here is this is not wrong, but it's a different stretch. This way you target more your spine, but to target your shoulders, hollow out your back and really suck your ribs down, okay? And we're going to stay in this stretch for a while. If you can, you let your head go through, and you should really feel this in your lats and just in the muscles around your shoulders. Keep on breathing through your nose, in and out. Make sure you're not dropping your ribs down and arching your back. Really pushing that stretch up into the shoulders, because we want nice and open shoulders for our handstands. We're going to stay a little bit longer. I'm going to do a count. It's not in seconds, but just count from 10 backwards. 10. Try to sink even a little bit deeper without arching your back. 9. 8. 7. walk a little bit further back to increase the load. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come out of the position. Grab your stick again. You want to hold it shoulder width, and your hands come from the top this time, and you're not grabbing around but bringing the thumb over. And then you're going to go into a child's pose. And in the child's pose again, you're trying to suck your ribs down, and you're going to place your forehead on the floor. If it's difficult for you, for any reason, to bring your forehead to the floor, you can bring it onto a book or a yoga block. Just stack it as high as you need to place it in a relaxed way. But if you can reach the floor with your forehead, go for that. Suck in and down your ribs, and then from here you're trying to really not pull the shoulder blades away, but bring them to the ears and lift the stick and hold it up. And it might be that you're not able to lift, but as long as you're fighting as hard as you can to lift, you hold it up. Avoid lifting your bum away from your feet. Your bum wants to stay as close to your feet as possible. Your ribs want to stay sucked in. Your forehead wants to stay on the floor, and relax. It looks like nothing, but it is tough. And if you're not able to lift off yet, don't despair. You just have to practice this. And also practice this stretch again if your shoulders are really tight. We're going to do a second round, same hand placement, shoulder width apart, completely locked out elbows. Forehead down, suck your ribs down, bum stays close to the feet, and let's lift as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, that is tough. Release. Relax. And in the third round, we're going to switch up the grip. So you're going again to come like that, palms facing you. This time also hands shoulder width, and really grab the stick hard, because once you straighten your arms and place them on the floor, it might happen that your hand wants to twist out. This means you have very little external range of motion in your shoulder, so it will want to slip out. So the first thing to pay attention to is not let it slip out, and really grab onto the stick. And if this already stretches you in your forearms and everything a lot, just stay here and breathe until I'm done leading everyone through this exercise. If this still feels okay, you're going to place your forehead down again, just like before. Elevate your shoulder blades, and then you're going to try to lift off. And this way it's much harder than the other way around. So if you can't lift off, just try your best to lift and engage all the muscles, and stay until I count it down from 10 to 1. Okay, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oof. Okay, that's a little part for our overhead mobility, which in my opinion also belongs to conditioning for handstands. Okay, we're coming to our core section. So you first lie on your back, on your mat, and you're going to hold your knees, and you really roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, and then you want your whole back flat in contact but your shoulder blades are lifted. So the beginner version of the hollow body hold is just staying like that. And I've done so little conditioning lately for my core. It's already shaking a little bit, so we're just holding this together and breathing through our nose. If you're not able to hold it as long as me, don't worry, just exit the pose and wait until we move on. And we're going to do 2 more rounds of this after, and I'm going to show progressions. Okay, exit, and then we're going to go into a side plank. You can choose if you want to go onto your elbow or onto your hands, and if you stack your feet, it's easier to balance, like in front of each other. If you put your feet on top of each other, it's more difficult to balance. So choose whichever you want, and then go up into your high plank and stay there. Or what you can do is reach down and reach up, which is really challenging for the balance if your feet are on top of each other, whoops, and not stacked in front of each other. Okay, whoops, one more. And if you would have been on the elbow, sorry I didn't show this, you would just do exactly the same. And then we change the side. Prepare whichever setup you feel suits you at the moment. I'm going to go again into my high side plank, challenge myself, my stability, and let's go. We do about 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. I think we didn't do 10 reps on the first side, sorry. But yeah, next 2 rounds we will do that for sure. Okay, now we have the front, the sides. We want to also focus on the back side. So we're going to do an arch hold. And the arch hold, beginner version, is like squeezing your legs together, squeezing your quads to straighten out your legs, and you squeezing your glutes to lift the legs. And then you would have your hands next to your ears. So you can do this, or have your hands straight in front of you and make sure that they're not down, but try to lift them up as if it was a handstand already. We hold this for a little bit longer. Try to lengthen in both directions, not only lift up, but still stay high, of course. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, you can hear me getting out of breath. This shows that I haven't done too much conditioning lately as well. So let's go for the second round. We go into the hollow body again. So this time you can either stay in the top version, or you can straighten your legs up and then lower them until the point where this doesn't happen. We don't want a gap. If you had a $100 bill underneath here, you would want to squeeze it in so nobody can steal it. And just stay there. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, release. Whew. Okay, again, side plank. are stacked. I'm going to go for feet in front of each other this time. And we do 10 times the rolling down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Good job. Okay, we're going to change the side again. Always do both sides, obviously, in those lateral movements. Okay, push up into your side plank. Get ready and we go. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, last exercise of the second round. Again, arch hold. Or if you want to progress it, I'm going to show you arch rocks. So you can either do the arch rocks with your hands next to you, so you lift, and then you can give yourself a little push and try to keep your body in a nice line for the rocks. Or you have your hands in front of you, lift everything and then start rocking from here. It's a bit more challenging. So you decide if you want to do the static position from the last round or if you want to try the rocking. I will count 10 rocks and you either follow along with me or you keep your arch position, the static hold, until I'm done with the 10 rocks. I'm so out of breath. Okay, let's go and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we have one more round. And I felt that I got really weak in my hollow body position, but I'm going to show you the progression here anyways. If you are easily able to not have a gap under your lower back, you can actually go into the hollow body and straighten your legs more out to the front and bring your arms over your head. That is the full position. And in a hollow body, we also got the rocks. So I'm going to show you quickly. Easiest version is staying in this tuck and rocking back and forth. And then a little bit harder is straightening one leg, going back and forth, but then you would need to change after 5 reps and do the other leg. And if you can do the full hollow body, you try 10 full hollow body rocks together with me. Otherwise, you're going to stay the hardest hollow body that you can do without losing the contact with the mat. And until I've counted to 10. So let's go. Last round starts now. Prepare. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last round, side plank. Choose your setup. Come up into your plank and let's go. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Change the side. Let's do this. We're almost done with this part. It's not fun, but it's good. Let's go, set up and start. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last time, arch. So either do your arch hold, static, or do the arch work with me. We're going to aim for 20 rocks this time. If you can't do 20, no problem. Just stop earlier and wait. If you do the static hold, I want you to stay up for the full 20 reps. Okay. Prepare your position. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. Okay. Now, after we did all this nice stuff on our mats, we're going to move to the wall. Before we go and put our whole body weight on our hands, I would suggest a quick wrist warm-up. So you can interlace your fingers and then you do circles, loose and fast in one direction. And you're going to change direction now. And then you're going to place your hands on the floor or on a mat, preferably a hard mat. Spread your fingers, then turn the inside of your elbows forward. Try to lock out your arms, because in a handstand our arms are locked. And then you're going to do small circles in one direction over your wrists. And then you change the direction. And then you're going to lean forward, push into your fingertips to push yourself back, and then drop forward, push into your fingertips, release the fingertips and see yourself push forward again. Press into the fingertips, push back and fall forward. Once more. Okay, then turn your fingers inward, rock a little bit from side to side. Turn your fingers outward and rock a little bit from side to side. Point your fingers back, rock a little bit back and forth. And then shake out your wrists, and you're always allowed to sort of counter stretch them. You can press them into your, what's it called? Waist, into your waist, and stretch a little bit, or onto the floor. What I also like is making little curling movements with my fingers sometimes. Now we're going to go upside down. If you're a very beginner and it's tough for you to stay in a downward facing dog already, you're going to do a downward facing dog every single time I lead everyone through the wall drill, because you want to start at the level you're at, and if it's already super challenging to hold your downward facing dog walking up the wall will maybe even be impossible, and otherwise it could be a little bit dangerous to collapse. So make sure you have some foundational strength. To make it very efficient for your handstand training, I want you to not draw your shoulder blades away from your ears like so many people in yoga studios want to like hammer into your brain. It's not the most optimal position for our shoulders and scapula to depress the scapula in an overhead position, because it's kind of jamming up here. If I depress my scapula, I can only lift up to here, and if I elevate it, I have way more space. Okay? Go into your downward facing dog, and you're going to hug your ears with your shoulders. Don't go away, but hug your ears. And then what I also want you to do is, some people try to straighten their legs, but then their downward facing dog looks like this. This is not going to be efficient for handstands. Bend your legs if you're stiff, so you're actually able to drop your upper body into the same line as your arms, so you can work on that overhead handstand position. Okay, so if you're flexible enough, straighten the legs out, and also don't arch down, but also hollow out your upper body a little bit. So this is what you do if downward facing dog already challenges you strength-wise. The rest is gonna follow along with me. The wall drill. Oh my god, I'm already scared. So you're going to go some distance away from the wall where you can still bring your foot up. So don't go too close. And then you're going to bring the second foot up. Try to not sink down, always push out, and then you walk as close as you can, push tall, and find your handstand line. And always push tall and just stay here with me. If you need to come out already or earlier than me, come out and take rest. Always save some energy for you to still be able to walk out. Or if you don't manage, you can walk out just a little bit and cartwheel out of this position. Whew. So take a little bit of rest. We're going to do 4 more sets, and then we're going to be done with our handstand conditioning. Whew. If you have any questions about any of the exercises that I'm showing you today, you can just put them in the comments below. Next round, let's get ready. Place your hands down and let's all go up or go to downward facing dog. Elevate your scaps, find your handstand line. Just breathe. Try to breathe as normally through your nose as you can. It's difficult, I know. If you haven't come out now. And let's take a little rest, or even better, in the rest between sets, you can refresh the stretch we did in the beginning, just trying to lengthen our whole backside, hanging down and breathing, calming your nervous system. Okay, so we got 3 more rounds to go. Let's do this. Hands down, climb up, stay. However long you manage to stay. And breathe and push tall from your shoulders. And come out. Woof. I can really feel that I'm just not conditioned too well in this stuff. If you want, you can just sit down, or you can again join me with a stretch for our hamstrings. And for it to be a hamstring stretch, you really want to bring your sit bones up to the ceiling. If you stretch like this, it's not going to stretch your hamstrings. Okay, slowly come out of the stretch. Second to last round. If you're already done, just quit the session early. Otherwise, keep going with me. And go all the way up and close to the wall or into your down dog. And come out. Well, I can really notice myself getting really tired now. So chill out between sets. Or instead of the standing one, we can do the stretch seated. Again, help to bring your hips nice and up. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. And repeat this breathing pattern. And calm down your nervous system. If you can, grab your feet, but you don't really yank yourself forward. You pull yourself forward with your abdominals. Okay, last round. We're so close to being done. Prepare whatever version you're doing. Let's go. Push out from your shoulders, hug your ears, and hold. Come out. Oof. Almost died on this last one. Okay, great job. Well done, guys. Pat yourself on the back. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and also comment down below what you would like to see next. And maybe next time Slava is available to join in again. Who knows? He's just really like working a lot at the moment and is physically wiped out. So yeah, see you next time. Oh, by the way, if you were wondering where this lovely outfit is from, the top is from Lady Bay's Love. It's the brand of my friend that I really love. It's so pretty. The top is called Essential. If you use the link in my description box, you will automatically have my discount code NiftyFox10. And the leggings are good old Gymshark flex leggings, and they're super comfy. So Lady Bay's Love and Gymshark are my favorite activewear brands, and this is all I wear also in everyday life.